The USA is out of Copa America.
Well, that is for sure.
Which is, been played on their soil. And I marvel at people that are shocked why we can't beat the teams from Europe. Europe's been at this forever. We're novices at it. It would be like some team in Europe getting together and beating the United States in baseball. This is soccer. This is their football. This is their sport. We are so far behind them. And one other thing that you should all realize. Our best athletes in the United States are not playing soccer. When they see that Jason Tatum makes $62 million a year, they're playing basketball. They're playing football. They just are. And an American knows if he's going to be a great, top-of-the-line, unbelievable soccer player, he's not playing in the United States. He's going to be playing in Europe anyway.
Yeah, well, but he should still be playing for Team USA, and they've had some great players who've played overseas and do now, and still aren't able to get it together to not beat teams in Europe, Michael, but to just survive the group stage of Copa America. I mean, I'm sorry. At this point, everything you're saying is true, Michael, and I would accept it more in 94 or 98 or 2002. But as we approach the 2026 Olympics, again, back on U.S. soil, 32 years after the last time it was here, they should be at a stage where they can at least make a run and compete in Copa America.
You think they should be in a position to compete in the World Cup? They're just not that good.
I think they should be thinking about making the quarterfinals in the World Cup. I'm sorry. I think this is unacceptable at this point. I mean, that's an unacceptable performance in the second round of Copa America against Panama. It's just not acceptable. They come out of the gate, they look great against Bolivia, and you think you're completely set up to move on. And it was a stupid mistake and a red card that may have cost them the entire tournament. But also the coaching has not been good. And I hear you, Michael. I'm curious to see, though, whether we see any sort of momentum with athletes over the next 10 years, given the extreme popularity of international soccer players in America now. Listen,
but do you think in America the best athletes are playing soccer? Honestly.
Well, hear me out. If we were to ask callers right now, are the kids in your house obsessed with Messi and Ronaldo? It would be a higher number than we've ever had for soccer players in history. That I do believe. Will that have an impact on the sport, and you're right, the future Jason Tatums, if you want to use that example, deciding to go for it in soccer instead of basketball? I guess that remains to be seen. But I'm just sort of sick of the excuse making of being behind. I mean, soccer's not brand new here.
Yeah, but I get it, Peter. It's not brand new in Europe, baseball, but they can't beat our teams in baseball. It comes down to this.
But way more people play soccer here than play baseball in Europe.
I agree. But one of the reasons that baseball is in a little bit of trouble, it's not fast enough, and they don't score enough for kids. Soccer is just that. They don't score. The games are 1-0, 2-1. I understand the appeal in Europe because they grew up with it. Charlie's obsessed with Messi and Mbappe, all of them. He's got their jerseys. He's not playing soccer. He's playing basketball, baseball, and football. I'm telling you, we are not getting the best athletes to play soccer. It wouldn't make sense. If parents are making and parents do believe every one of their kids is going to be professional. If they think they've got a great athlete, they're not pushing that kid towards soccer. They're not. They're just not.
It's funny, though. I feel like I would consider it. I mean, A, in soccer, you have a chance of actually making it. B, from like a physical health standpoint, while there's some concerns around concussions in soccer, I do feel like it's not the worst sport in terms of the danger in playing the game. And if somehow you become the best of the best and can go play in Europe, then you're still rich as can be.